the clock, the B117 clock, which adds twice as many spikes every time it ticks. But no, I just thought it'd be a bit of fun.
Of course you have, Chris.
We're going to try and turn this into a Naked Scientist screensaver, so you'll be able to download the Naked Scientist COVID clock in the future. We're working on it right now, so maybe
fertilizer on his plants, but hopefully not. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this Saturday. I'm sure we'll see you again next week. Thanks for making that clear and fun and interesting.
And it's time to take a look ahead now to what Saturday Kitchen has in store for us. Matt, what's happening there this morning?
It's going to be clear, fun and interesting, just like the COVID clock. I love that. I love it. Right, our special guest today is Ricky Wilson. Ricky, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for coming along.
Thank you for being here.
Now, listen, you've been here before. Give us your idea of food heaven, food hell. What's your idea?
Last time was years ago. I had coriander hell, I had mint heaven.
OK.
Same lines.
So what's heaven?
Heaven, well, you know, I don't eat that much meat, but heaven is lamb.
OK.
Gravy.
Right.
Potatoes.
Nice.
I'm northern.
Straightforward. Oh, and caraway.
Caraway seeds.
Curveball.
Hey, I've discovered caraway seeds.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
OK.
They
go with everything.
Well, no, they're so evocative of something from my childhood. I'm not sure what. Let's not dig too.
Sandwiches. What about hell?
I wasn't middle class as a kid. I'm middle class now. Hell, boiled eggs. What's the point?
What's the point?
Coriander's
back on the list.
Coriander's back on the list. Coriander, boiled eggs. Someone on a train having a boiled egg. You can. And I've tried with aubergines.
Okay.
I just can't do it.
Right. Okay. Nice selection.
Oh no, I did have one good once. What's her name? Hartnett. What's it?
Hartnett. I think that'd be Angela.
Angela. She made me a good one with miso on it once.
Oh, nice.
And that was all right, but it was cut very thin, so it kind of didn't really aubergine me out.
She's not here today. Two great chefs here as well. Omar, Allibhoy, nice to have you back. What do you got for us?
Pan-fried fillet of hake with some clams and artichokes stewed in saffron, a bit of pancetta and hazelnuts.
You've always had good hair, Omar.
Well, this is COVID hair.
I'm coming out of lockdown with less hair than I went in. Haugh, how are you?
Very good, very good. What am I going to do?
Yeah,
is that what you want to know? I was just asking about my health. Wild garlic parpadelli with roasted langoustines.
Very nice, very nice. Helen McGinn, in charge of the drinks. How are you, Hels? And as usual, you guys at home are in charge of what Ricky gets to eat a bit later on. Go to the website for voting details and we'll see you at 10.
OK, brilliant. We'll see you then. Make it fun and interesting, OK?
We will.
And you need a clock.
I know, I love that clock.
We get some, maybe some wooden spoons or something that go around the clock face. Yeah.
No, I want a virus clock. A little bit dark.
I think that might put people off the food. Thank you, Matt.
Right, coming up on the show.
iPlayer. A foodie Saturday morning for you on BBC One. Took into breakfast Kashmiri style at 11:30. Recipes that made me coming up after mouth-watering goodies with Matt.
Good morning. Get set for 90 minutes of sensational spring recipes. This is Saturday Kitchen Live. Welcome to the show. Cooking live today, she's always got a spring in her step. It's Haugh, and making a very welcome return to Saturday Kitchen, Omar Allibhoy. And on drinks duty, it's the joyful, it says here, Helen McGinn. Good morning, everyone. Special guest today is a platinum-selling artist with Kaiser Chiefs, but he's swapping the recording studio for an art studio in his brand new show for CBBC. Please welcome brilliant Ricky Wilson. Ricky Wilson, how are you?
Hello.
I'm loving the art show.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, I love art and I love shows.
It's brilliant for you.
I also love cookery.
Yes, you do.
And I'm here today to sample some delights.
Excellent.
Very excited.
Well, let's see what's on the menu. Thankfully, we've got your favourite TV chef in the studio.
She is my
Anna.
favourite TV chef, yeah.
Yeah? Follow her work with interest?
I do like her enthusiasm.
Yeah. Sometimes it's too much. You need to, dial it down.
No.
Matt, let the man speak.
No,
Go on, Ricky, you were saying.
You're really great, and you are my favourite, but you always, at the end, you make something amazing, and then you always put cheese on top, and I go, oh, you ruined it.
Not today, though, not today.
Makes cheese and bacon. Makes everything delicious. Omar, you're bringing a touch of Spain
Yes.
Welcome, Touch of Spain, to the proceedings today.
Yes, I'm going to be cooking a pan-fried fillet of hake with some stewed artichokes,
Spanish ingredients in that Spanish way, right?
That is correct. And this is not something that I've done before. I created it for the occasion, especially for you guys. Hopefully I can become one of your favourites too.
I bet
Competition's on.
I bet you can.
But more importantly, using seasonal ingredients as well as fish and shellfish that we should all be consuming right now because there's an excess of it.
Brilliant. TV's favourite chef, Anna Haugh. And I'm a big fan of you cooking them, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's the only time I get to eat them. Do you like the sound of those dishes?
I love the sound of those dishes. Spanish food is one of my favourites.
Is it?
I spend a lot of time in Spain.
Yeah.
Minorca, the little one.
Yeah.
I have a place there, and it is my... If I could, I'd spend half the year there.
Do you Airbnb? No, you don't have to. Hels, how did you get on this week? Oh, soon.
You can't not say that. You know, it's one of the things. If I'm on a TV show, they predict something.
Yeah. That brought houses in Minorca.
I'm not going to lie.
Right, listen, at the end of the show, you've been here before, heaven or hell. What's your idea of food heaven?
OK, so Curtis, last week, Richard, stole my thunder. I was tuned in and he went for lamb.
Oh, Curtis will do that.
Hey,
got a bit Scooby-Doo there.
If ever he makes a rom-com story of his life, I'll play him. Because his heaven and hell were mine.
Exactly the same.
So I thought, do I have to change mine? But I'm going for lamb.
Yeah.
My food heaven is gravy.
OK. You like a frozen pea as well, don't you?
I like a frozen pea. Yeah. They're the king of veg. I don't think of peas as a vegetable. I think them as a condiment.
Right. Okay, interesting. Look at it. What about hell?
Hell is a boiled egg.
Yeah. And soldiers.
No, I was once made to eat a Scotch egg by a teacher as a punishment. And I've never come back from that.
Without any water.
Yeah.
Was that a punishment?
Really stuck in my throat. What else was coriander?
Yeah.
But that's just a scientific thing, isn't it? Some people don't like it.
Yeah.
And
aubergine.
Aubergines. My girlfriend, she's part Italian, and she makes a lot of melanzane.
No. OK, well, if your viewers give it heaven, I predict a riot. That kind of fell flat because she's used that. I predict a riot of lamb. So I'm going to marinate a butterflied leg of lamb in a garlic...
Great for a pasta pun. When we love puns, you've done Ruby, and I predict a spring riot.
Yeah.
Cannelloni. I'm feeling cannelloni at the moment. Hey, my mum didn't believe I had a bicycle made of spaghetti until I rode past her.
Helen like that.
Yeah.
Now, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m, I'm back here hosting Celebration.
There you go.
Omar, remind us what it's called.
Pan-fried fillet of hake with some clams and stewed artichokes in a saffron, pancetta and hazelnut sauce.
Ace. Beautiful. Yeah. Right.
I'm excited.
There you go, Ricky.
I love the idea of a small cookery book, by the way.
Do you?
I like it because, you know, we get the big one, which looks impressive.
Yeah.
And then you have... then you never want to use it in the kitchen because obviously it gets, like, gravy on it.
Is that a problem?
Yeah.
You like messy?
I get gravy on everything. And then, so I'd like to a cheaper version that comes with it.
Right.
That you can like use in the kitchen.
So a stunt version.
There you go.
Right.
We're onto something, guys.
If publishers are watching, that's the top idea.
Yeah.
Hels, what's this?
Well, so...
Absolutely delicious. Really like that. This is amazing. The fish is cooked beautifully. How is that?
It's incredible. We're trying to grow an artichoke.
Oh, yeah?
We inherited one and we're trying to cultivate it.
You can inherit artichoke.
Yeah. Someone had one in the garden.
Okay.
And they sadly passed away.
Yeah.
So we've got
it. Taking it on board. I like that.
Yeah.
It's really caring. Right, delicious. That nice one. Coming up, Anna's. Although she has her moments. Don't forget to keep sending in your pictures of your barbecue butterfly leg of lamb with barbecue gravy, or his food hell egg and coriander curry with aubergine puree. Go and log into the website now and have your say. Right, time to catch up with Rick now. Put a cartouche on, bit of paper, lid on, and then don't look at it for about upwards of sort of 3 hours. Right, so while I do that... Yeah.
What do I ask for in the butchers if I want oxtail?
Just ask for oxtail.
Yeah, but I'm a bit scared of butchers
Why are you scared of? I'm scared of hardware stores.
Oh yeah. You know when, and I'm good with hardware stores. You come with me. But I think they're a bit like betting shops. I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing when I go to the butcher. And
like me in a
hardware shop.
You've got to go to your butcher regularly, and you build up a relationship, and then they give you the good stuff.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
I always feel like I'm getting conned a bit.
No. Don't ask them for recipes. People ask them for recipes. Don't ask them for recipes. Ask them about the tenderness of the meat and what it's for. So sometimes the oxtail comes in a tail. So get involved. Just ask them to break it down for you.
Okay.
But you just ask them for an oxtail. You might need to order it. And then it comes like that, and you can get them to cut it because there's a certain way of cutting it. It can be quite hard. Yeah. Or you can have fun.
Really
They're
like
about this long.
It's about that long.
About that long.
Yeah. So it goes big to small.
I feel like I really want to get into it because I'd like to eat more kind of like, if I am eating meat, I'd like to get it from somewhere proper.
Yeah.
But I just feel a bit like,
intimidated.
It feels a bit like, when a ball comes over to you in the park.
Yes,
and you've got
that's
to kick
my other thing.
And you've got to kick it back.
And I never do.
And I think, I'm going to mess it up.
I was having this chat with somebody yesterday. Kids do that. They almost deliberately kick a ball to you because they know you can't kick it.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel
Or if you do, it's going to go boosh like that.
Yeah. That's what I feel like in a butcher's.
I'm glad we had this chat. Okay, it's like therapy. Right, okay, look, crush your grapes up. Like so, just give them a bit of a bash. She's art teacher.
Oh yeah, that's me.
You've always been into art though, right?
I was into art a long time ago, before I became an international pop star sensation. And now it's come back to haunt me.
And you did art at university, right?
I did art at university, and then I became an art lecturer at Leeds College of Art for a bit.
Right.
Wasn't very good at it. But it was good to have pop stardom to fall back on.
Yeah, that's always nice to have something to fall back on.
You can have a plan B, haven't you?
I mean, it's a lovely little show. It's only 15 minutes long.
I know.
So for those with short attention span...
Seems like ages. It's really good to do, but I was thinking about when I was making it, if you're a TV chef, we were just talking about this before, they kept having to say to me, when you're doing it, you have to talk about it while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Because I'd be there, usually, if I'm making art, I'm like this. But then they keep saying, talk about what you're doing, and actually saying, now I'm going to hold this. Now I'm going to grab that. A bit more red, I think. It felt so unnatural, but I've got into it now, and now I'm ready to be a TV art guy.
You do some great things, though. So you get your mates along, for those who haven't seen it. So people like Nick Grimshaw come along, Joe Suggs has come along, Nadine Coyle, that was a hilarious episode.
Nadiya Hussain was my favourite.
Nadiya Hussain, exactly. You did that amazing, so you make something for them. Yeah. And you made the basketball for him. Representing all the sort of things in his life. I thought the Nick Grimshaw lamp was really good.
Yeah, I had to outdo myself because he's on Radio 1 every day, and I thought if anyone's going to talk about it, he's going to talk about it. And I know him a bit. Yeah. And apparently it is in his front room.
It didn't go in a skip on the way home.
Well, that's what I didn't want to happen. I mean, skip's a worst case scenario, but I get things given a lot, and there's a special place in my house for things that I get given.
Is it the regifting drawer?
It's not even that's what attics and sheds are for. But I didn't want it to end up in a cupboard under the stairs, so I really pulled it together for Nick.
I mean, you'll all have to go and check it out on iPad, just to see how good the lamp is, and it really is. It's really good. The other thing I like about the show is where you go round. First of all, let's talk about your dog. So you get them all to draw that picture of your dog, and none of them can do it. Apart from Joe Sugg.
Joe Sugg, that was annoying. He was good.
He did a really good job. Didn't he?
I give them a little challenge. So they draw my dog. That was the only thing I could think of to get them to do.
And it's astounding how nobody can draw a dog.
I'm gonna get them all framed. We're just doing up our house, and I think that'd be a nice thing for the dog's room.
Really? You're gonna look at that.
You've heard.
It's quite special. Okay, so let's look at this. It is incredibly rich meat. It's very delicious, and I don't know. I mean, it's obviously associated with sort of, winter time, I suppose, or sort of those autumnal kind of braises. But I think you could eat this any time of year. I think
It's good that oxtail doesn't make me think about, you know, those coffee machines in the 80s that did coffee, tea, oxtail soup.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my dad had one of these in a factory. I used to love that.
Because I
used to get they used to drop the thing and I used to just eat the powder. Come out of it.
That's how it started, folks.
Right. Okay.
Powdered oxtail.
Okay, a little bit.
Next week on Saturday Kitchen.
But the grapes kind of lighten it a bit. So you got this nice fruity sauce, the freshness of the grapes, slight acidity this time of year, depending on where in the world grapes are being harvested. Okay, thank you. Right, try those.
Wow, that's a lot.
Let me know what you think.
Smells amazing, Matt.
Thank you. Did we get that before I read? I didn't want to.
It really
all over
does.
that. What will I be making for Ricky at the end of the show? Well, eggs and coriander. So I'm going to make an egg and coriander curry flavoured with some cinnamons, must-highly coriander. Log onto the website. Have your say now. How is that?
Oh, Matt, this is amazing.
Yeah?
Honestly, I'm...
You made this?
Yes.
Well done.
Have you got two favourite TV chefs?
I can't believe that you don't have, like, a meat stock in this. It's got so
much flavour in the
flavour.
meat. You don't need to.
It's
And obviously,
incredible.
you can taste all the fruit as well because it's not diluted in salt.
It's brilliant.
Thanks. Time for a trip back now to the 80s.
Well, garlic goes straight into your robo. Then you're going to take your flour. Once that's kind of broken down, little pinch of salt. We're going to add our flour to it. So the trick is a little bit of corn flour.
Why is that?
Gives it a little bit more body, makes it a bit more stable, because I'm not going to be resting it and rolling it through a machine and changing it. So this is a really rustic pasta, but it's bursting with flavour, and it's so easy because obviously you're going to watch me make it. It is super easy. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Okay. And if wild garlic, I mean, it seems to be sort of on the way in now.
It's definitely here now. Wild garlic.
I mean, if you can't get hold of it, however.
Oh, I've got a good idea.
Okay.
From the back, yes, Ricky.
Yes.
I like your putting your hands up.
We make a wild garlic and chicken pie.
Right.
And we couldn't get any wild garlic, so we did spinach and garlic cloves.
Nice.
Absolutely. This works really well with
Does
spinach,
it?
Well done, Ricky.
parsley, basil.
I'm winning!
We get a badge, please. We get Ricky a badge.
Thank you.
Tiny little splash of olive oil.
Pasta that you need a very simple sauce to go with it.
Yeah, and also it's quite a rough pasta, so it's not super smooth. When we use pasta machines, we roll it, re-roll it, so it's like silky smooth and it's really elegant, looks beautiful, and it's really refined. This is rough. It's a thicker pasta. It's a little bit chunkier, but all the sauce sticks to it.
Yeah.
So it's delicious. Like it's a
The enthusiasm. I agree.
And all you need is a rolling pin, and then if you give me any trouble. But yeah, you want to roll it absolutely as thin as you possibly can.
Okay.
And this dough as well is much wetter than you would normally make a pasta dough if you're. But yeah, and like you mentioned, it's absolutely bursting with flavour. Like I'm going to do so little here once I start cooking it.
So you must be quite excited. Myrtle, your restaurant, will be opening
Yes.
pretty soon.
Yes, I can't wait. And all my staff are super excited about it opening. We did a few meal kits. I said I wouldn't do them, and then I ended up, just being asked to do them. We signed contracts. They have to be paid, and nothing in the law has changed that. So those things have to be paid, and those bills keep coming. Yes. But we're nearly out of it.
So it's more important than ever for people to get out, support their local restaurants.
Absolutely, yeah. Come to Myrtle. Come to Myrtle. Let us take care of you. Don't mind
Can't have all the trade, Anna.
tapas restaurant.
You can't have all the trade.
Right, so this is lovely and thin, and I'm going to put another little layer of flour on it. And what this does is when I go to cut my pappardelle,
It's not going to stick, right?
it's not going to stick. So you just see me fold it over like that.
It's Italian.
Oh, it's Italian. Is it?
Oh my goodness! So you really know your stuff about pasta.
You'd think.
Wow.
No, yeah, I do.
You're going home for an argument.
She's not watching. She's asleep. Yeah, I know. I do love it, and we do eat a lot of Italian. But Spanish is her main thing, really.
Okay.
Yeah, she loves
Oh.
Spanish food more than Italian. Yeah.
Oh.
That's very interesting.
Well, her mum speaks Italian, and her dad speaks. No, mum speaks Spanish, her dad speaks Italian. So
Right.
I've got holidays covered.
I know you.
Oh yeah.
I just have to take the in-laws,
No. Nice.
which is good.
Because they're watching.
Now,
I'm fascinated how uncomplicated it is. What you
seafood. I just think they are so luxurious and they're so special, and I want to impress Ricky. So, you know.
I love them too. Yeah. And I haven't had them for the longest time. didn't really work. Didn't really work.
It nearly did.
I'm just trying to keep up with your punnage.
Nearly did. Woo. Yeah, mine's scripted.
That's when it works.
And it's probably the sweetest of all shellfish.
Yes.
Which is something that it's mind-blowing, that something that comes from the sea can taste so sweet.
Yeah, the idea that we celebrate lobster, I'm like, move over lobster. I'm all about the langoustine, always.
And crab in the whole Shellfish Olympics?
Crab's beautiful. But no, langoustine's my favourite, but crab is really up there.
Yeah.
I you know, as a child, I ate a lot more crab than I ate langoustines because they have such a short shelf life. That's the whole point with langoustines. The reason why they're so special is that they kind of
deteriorate
like
very
a lobster.
quickly,
They kind of eat themselves.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And that's what got me into anything seafood.
Oh, really?
There was this one.
Lovely.
Can I mention a restaurant or not?
Yeah.
It's really small. You can't get in, and this might help.
Go on.
Called the Wheelhouse in Falmouth, and that's what got me into seafood. Really.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Loved it.
And it makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's very often it's so hard to get great. I mean, it's changing now, but to great seafood.
This pasta, you can do whatever you want.
Do you have a preference of which style of cooking you like? Because you come on and you do these kind of dishes, and they're just beautiful. And then in Myrtle, it's a very different style.
Yeah, so it's very hard for me to actually do Myrtle dishes on the show.
Yeah.
Because most of the dishes that I do in Myrtle, they take days. Like, they're really complicated. And they might even look simple, but actually the recipes are hours long to get the real flavour in them. So, yeah, I have to do dishes that I actually cook at home. Like, I cook this for my better half at home. So this is a genuine dish that he likes. So, you know, they're the kind of dishes that I do on here, but it's hard to do Myrtle dishes here. Yeah. You've got to come to Myrtle to enjoy them.
We will, Anna. See
what I did there, guys. See what I did there. So I'm putting a little bit of parsley with this, which obviously looks like it's pointless because you're like, oh, more green with green. But, I mean, what a classic combination when you think about garlic and parsley, right?
Any better?
Delicious.
I don't know,
Right.
that clam you did earlier on was pretty delicious.
Can I?
Right.
Sorry, I don't know what that was.
I don't know what it was either.
Right.
Oh, I probably should have put some extra juice on
Go
it.
straight
It's
in
like
there.
my perfect dinner.
Oh, I just should have put some extra juice on it.
You're all right, Anna. You're all right.
Are you sure?
Right.
Oh, no, because
Right.
there's flavours in it.
It's rosé time, is it, Hels?
It's a perfect combination with the pasta. Like, I would never have thought of rosé. I wouldn't be a big rosé fan. That is beautiful.
I tell you what, when the weather picks up, sitting outside, bottle of this, Magnum maybe. This dish, amazing. I thought you got mad with the lemon. You haven't. I thought she's gone crazy with lemon, but it's absolutely delicious. How's that for you? Brilliant. We'll translate that and put it on the web later. Let's head to the Welsh coast now.
I'm going to eat it for you. You don't need to eat this.
Yeah, thanks.
Right. Okay, so we're ladling this. Now, as per a bread and butter pudding, something like that, if you leave it to set and then let it sit on the side for a couple of hours, don't serve it. I don't like hot quiche. It just tastes like wobbly things.
Well, it doesn't taste as good, I don't think.
Yeah, it's nice and cold.
It's just the taste.
Just kind of room temperature, always.
180.
Exactly, Ricky. It's either 180 or 150.
Yeah, or room temperature.
You really don't need anything in between. I'm sure a lot of people would not agree with that. Right. Okay, so...
Am I allowed to ask Ricky a random question that I can't believe? You were in Harry Potter. Is this true?
I was an extra in Harry Potter.
Tell me everything about it. I'm a huge fan.
In about 10 seconds.
Huge fan.
They said I could be in Harry Potter, and then they changed the script, so I wasn't in Harry Potter. So I said, can I be an extra? I went to be an extra, and I was there for 5 days leaning against the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Was that fun?
No.
But you're in Harry Potter.
The first couple of hours were brilliant.
Yeah.
And then the next 5 days were just me leaning against the wall like this going...
Bored now.
Because they said, you're in the shot. You have to be here. And I was like, what do you mean I'm in shot? Yes, I was there like that.
Make an effort.
For 5 days.
I still think
How
it's
is it?
brilliant.
Like that?
This is So unique. It's
what do you mean by unique?
I mean, it's so unique.
But because it is unique.
It is
Unique?
unique.
Unique in a, like a good way?
It's
or unique
delicious because cheese and fruit, and like we serve like a fruit cake with our cheese as well. So it's a classic combination, but I've never had anything like it. It's really lovely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on before she changes her mind. Will Ricky be facing his food heaven butterflied leg of lamb with caraway potato? I was trying to get my wife to dig out some old footage of my kids. They used to love that song. Aww. So when we had the restaurant, my kids are 17 and 18.
Wow.
And when we used to have the restaurant, we'd finish on a Sunday and all the customers gone, crank up the music. That was the highlight. They get out their little plastic guitars and leap around like lunatics.
Good.
Like little children lunatics. To I Pritchett Riot. Because they couldn't say Predict. Fortunately, they can now.
Yeah.
Because Anyway, but do you get that in a lot of sort of places? I mean, they're real kind of anthems.
Yeah, no, we just need to write another one. It's brilliant, and it's been a long, because success is weird because you think to yourself, you never really feel successful because you're always looking at the next thing.
Yeah.
And it's only a matter of time. You need time to look back and go, wow, that was a real moment, really special moment.
Have you afforded yourself that privilege?
Yeah, I think so now. Yeah. I think I'm a lot more relaxed into who I am and what we are. And,
right.
And I always wanted a bit of legacy, and the fact that now I think we've got that now. That's good. Now I want a leg of lamb.
And Hells, you've seen them live, right?
So, Ricky, honestly, I can count on one hand the number of bands I've seen live in my life. I don't get out much, but I went to Camp Festival a few years ago.
Yeah.
And the fact that you got a field full of totally knackered parents shout for 2 hours was incredible. It was one of the best things I've seen in my life. It was amazing.
Oh. Thank you. That's our demographic, knackered parents.
So, Matt, let's tell what
after Mr. Tumble, you took a hard act to follow.
Yeah, they promised us we were on before Mr. Tumble. And we were worried.
Mr. Tumble gets around, doesn't he? He's always at a festival, that one.
I know, we're in the wrong game.
He loves a festival.
Hey, I'm a big Mr. Tumble fan. I think he's brilliant.
He gets mobbed every time he goes to the festivals.
Can we stop talking about Mr. Tumble, please?
Right, Omar.
Okay, so...
I think you blagged one of Ken Hom's recipes, is that right?
I did, yeah.
And passed it off as your own.
Well, I've been using it ever since. I like Ken Hom a lot.
Isn't he good?
And he made everything look so simple. Then I realised it was actually quite simple. And all he did was he cut some corn off a cob.
Yeah.
Put it in a pan with some sugar and salt and chilli, and just fried it really quickly. And I've been doing it ever since as my go-to. Like,
really?
Like I said, peas were like a condiment.
Mm.
Yeah.
I do it with everything. If we're making like Mexican for like 10 people, that's always there in a bowl.
Yeah, delicious.
It's people's favourite thing.
Parsley.
Brilliant.
It is good. It's Mexican though, isn't it?
Is it Mexican?
I don't know. Mexicans do it a lot.
Do they?
They usually finish it with cheese.
Oh, that's one of the best things in the world.
Yeah, it's amazing,
so
isn't it?
good. So good.
Yeah, well, can we just put bacon instead of cheese? That'll do the same thing for you,
listen,
right?
while I finish this off, one thing I wanted to ask you, just go back to the art world.
Yeah.
We do art and music so well in this country. Probably, I think, better than...
Punching above our weight.
Better than anyone else. And yet, it's often overlooked, I think.
Yeah,
Do you think kids, are they kind of like, excited to be, when you engage with them, are they excited to be sort of involved in
well, it's the
arts?
first, to be, it's the first thing I ever learnt to do before I could write. I was using a pencil to make marks, and it's expressing yourself. It's what makes us human, I think, creating art and creating things that we want to stick on our fridges. Long before we invented fridges, we were doing it on cave walls. But I think it's really important, and it is the first thing to go in budget cuts. Art, in schools. Maths and English is really important, and these things are very important. And don't get me wrong, but art is what made me who I am. So that's my take on it.
Yeah.
Often go hand in hand with musicians as well, don't they?
Well, yeah, I don't see it as a different thing, really.
Oh, really?
No.
And not, I mean, a lot of musicians come out of art schools, don't they?
Yeah, well, they teach you art school, you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah.
So you start a band and you realise that prancing around on stage for an hour, showing off, is a
great way to make a living.
It's a quick fix for that. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great. You're right. I'm not stuck in a kitchen behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'm dancing on the tables.
Yeah, but you know where else I'd rather be than to be stuck in a kitchen. That's where I'm happiest.
Really?
Yeah, that's me dancing on a stage.
I think the ultimate bad job for me would be a chef.
Oh, it's the best.
I couldn't stand the stress. The stress would kill me.
It must be quite stressful being on live on stage, I would have
No,
anyway,
it's the opposite.
You tuck into that.
Oh, my...
Hells, what's this wine? It's with this big coronavirus-looking label. Yeah, brilliant. I'll take that. No, that's all for us today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Omar, Anna, Helen, and of course Ricky. All the recipes from the studio are on the website, bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. Next week's Saturday Kitchen is an Easter special with Shivi Ramatar, Gennaro Cantado, and Mel Gedroich. And remember, the clocks go forward tonight. Don't forget to join me here live tomorrow at 10 a.m. for our Celebration Kitchen Passover special with Sarat and Itamar, Rachel Stevens, Leslie Joseph, Rebecca Front, and Judge Rob Rinder. So, we'll see you tomorrow.
Salud.